Hey, viewers and viewers, my name is John Red Strategist, and welcome to F My Life with Phil. How you doing over there, Phil?
Oh, I'm fantastic. Yeah,
Yes.
it's always good to do some recordings. I love doing these with yourself because we always have a bit of fun doing some various different games and various other things as well
Indeed.
forgetters.
Yeah. So we're coming back for another round of this then, because you were dying actually to do more of this because you quite
Yeah,
enjoyed it last
cool.
time.
It's very interesting. Yeah,
was.
we've
Got a
been
good,
doing things.
yeah,
Apart
just-
from games, we have these little browser sessions as well.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Indeed.
So Andrew, start us off then.
Indeed.
Yes,
We're going to look at another page of your FMLs then, everybody. World Star, Phil. Today, I went to buy some flowers for the anniversary of my grandpa's death. I was feeling sad as I finished paying, but as soon as I got near the exit, two women started fighting at the door. We had to wait for the fight to finish because the staff decided to record it and not break it up.
Oh,
FML.
come on.
Yeah, that's definitely a fuck your life, that is. I mean,
That's your life
I know.
sucks on that one.
Do you know
What's going on? Those staff members should definitely be reprimanded for
Yeah.
that. You can't just decide to record it and not break it up. It's not all
I know.
about social media these days. Well, it
Yeah.
is. That's the thing.
Well, that's the problem, actually. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of that phenomenon these days where people start recording things now with their phones instead of actually trying to do something.
Stop it.
Yeah.
That's not on.
I know,
And
it's
this
dangerous.
poor woman who's trying to get some flowers to go and pay respects to her grandfather.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think not much to say about that one other than, yes, definitely F your life on that one. That is very unfortunate. Yeah, I hope so as well. You know, I mean, as long as I think the staff just get reminded, you know, not to just stand there with their phones out and actually try and do something, whether that's not necessarily even splitting it up themselves, but perhaps maybe just, calling for extra staff to help out, or maybe even calling police or whoever. If
Because you
need
can't have fights. It depends what sort of fight was going on here. Was it quite vigorous, quite
vicious?
Sound like
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to get to that sort of point.
You
So
don't.
why are you trying to record it? You need to stop. I mean, because otherwise it's going to cause other people to leave the store as
It
well.
is, yeah. You need to do something
Yeah.
about it. Well, there you go. Yeah. Okay, so
Okay.
that's that one. So on to you then, Phil, for this next
So the next one is no kink shaming, and we've got a little chili pepper, which means it's a spicy one. This one.
Ooh, yes.
Today I realised I'm so much more sexually attracted to Transformers than anyone I've ever met.
I mean, okay, well, that's something, I guess.
Sexually attracted to the Transformers. That's not because that's a mechanophile.
Yeah, is that what that is? Yeah, that
Yeah,
particular
mechanophile when you're
paraphilia.
attracted
Yeah.
to
Machines.
vehicles and
Yeah. I mean,
It's,
people can like what they like as long as they're not hurting other people, I guess. And to be honest, I'm going to be honest, right? Being sexually attracted to Transformers, that doesn't sound to me as weird as some of the stuff that people are into.
No, there are
out
weird
there.
stuff, but I
There's
still
way
think,
weird
well,
stuff.
there are people who. I mean, there's. I heard about one person who had a little bit of over the top relationship with his car and stuck his what down the exhaust pipe.
Deary me.
Not only is that quite disgusting, but it's very, very dangerous.
It is, yes.
To do something like that.
I once heard
But
about a woman who thought she was in love with a tree. That was a weird one. Apparently she would strip naked and just sort of try and have sex with a tree. It was really weird.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that in the news, like way back.
Yeah, I always remember the comments that people left on that were things like, "Has the tree given consent to this?" People
Yeah,
making silly
go around
jokes.
with that tree. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, things like this. Okay, what's not obviously not okay is sexually attracted to animals. Come on, no
Oh,
bestiality.
Don't do that. Yeah.
Can't, no, that's.
No.
But
Yeah, I mean, you can be into whatever you want to be into as long as you're not, hurting other people or putting yourself at incredible physical risk or whatever.
yeah,
Yes.
like cars. So don't do that. Yeah,
Don't
absolutely.
do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. On to the next one then. Actually, we didn't say. Is that a fuck your life or
Oh
you
no, we
deserved
didn't,
it?
did we?
No. I say personally, I wouldn't say you deserve it. I mean, it's just one of those things that happens. I'd say it's more of an F your life, I guess, of those things.
All right, I agree. Your life sucks.
Yeah, I agree. Your life sucks. Yeah, something like that.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Breaking by Megan. Today, my mum told me that she had great news. We were going to meet my biological parents. I didn't know I was adopted.
Oh
My
dear.
life.
That's a moment to.
That's one way to find out. Yes.
Oh dear. Oh, I'm very sorry about that one.
I think,
you shouldn't have found out in that sort of style.
Yeah,
no.
I think you need to maybe just sit your quote-unquote mother down and have a little bit of a chat with her and say, just ask why are you only just making me aware of this now?
Yeah, because some people get mixed feelings. Some people absolutely love their adopted parents. Some want to know, because obviously they want to get to know their actual biological ones.
Yeah.
But it's sort of in a way, why were you abandoned? Not abandoned maybe, but why were you given up? Indeed. I mean, there's all sorts of reasons. Some you have horrible parents that just abandon, but some just can't cope with looking after children.
Indeed, or have various reasons that are kind of heartbreaking why they can't look after the child and they have to give them up. Yeah. I'm sure there's plenty of sad stories out there, but I'm sure there's plenty of good ones as well when people have reunited with their biological parents and have actually decided that quite like them. Forged new relationships. Yeah,
and it can bring some emotional stuff when you meet your biological parents for the first time. But
indeed,
as long as you maybe you're okay with your adopted parent as well. As long as you're okay with them too.
I did read a quite heartwarming one on BBC News once. It was it was a girl who was in her sort of, I think, late teens, early 20s, who she was ethnically Chinese, but she was living with an adoptive family in the United States who were white, and of course she always knew she was adopted, but she didn't really know anything about biological parents. Now, she had a brilliant relationship with the adoptive parents. She loved them, they loved her, but one day she decided to kind of track down her actual original Chinese family back on the Chinese mainland. And of course it's kind of a sad story, because the reason why her biological parents had to give her up was because this was back at a time when China had the one-child policy.
Oh, that fucking stupid thing.
Yes.
I thought is that not still ongoing? I think that's still a thing, the one-child policy.
I thought it had been
no, I think it's still going.
Well, that might be something just to Google up and check and see. But so basically her original parents had her back during the one-child policy, and essentially they just had to give her up. But she went and arranged and found them, and she arranged to have a meeting with them. And by all accounts, she now has a very good relationship with both the adoptive family and with the biological family.
That's good. I like hearing stories like that. Yeah, that's good that they came together like that.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yes. I agree. Your life sucks on that.
Yes, I agree. Your life sucks. That's definitely.
Yes.
Okay, on to the next, which is fancy a pint. Today, while I was relaxing outside drinking a beer after a long day, a moth decided to fly right into my ear canal. I instinctively threw my hand up to swat it out. With the same hand holding the beer, I soaked the side of my face and down my ear. Well, at least I got the bug out.
That's just feels like a chain of one thing after the other. That does.
Yeah, that was sort of like a Rube Goldberg machine of awfulness.
Yes, that is. I mean, I agree. Your life sucks on that one. It's not nice when you get insects buzzing around your ears, and never mind going actually straight into them. But,
and having a beer after a long day, you're trying to relax, and all of a sudden you get the moth trying to get in there. Obviously, saw something inside there and thought, "Ooh, that looks a bit of niceness. Indeed. I'm going in there.
Let's go digging for treasure." Yes, indeed.
Oh dear. And there's some treasure inside in here that you don't want to make part of. Yeah.
Man, it kind of very much reminds me as well of all those kind of squeamish stories you hear about people who go to the doctors because they have this weird rustling sound in their ear, and then they discover there's something that's crawling in there.
Yeah, you get a bit of a pain, and because they nest inside, they're like little earwigs. Oh yeah, I see that.
Katie Mellower, who once had like a tiny little spider that had to be taken out of her ear. I'm pretty sure it was her. Yeah.
Yes, I think there was something about that, wasn't there?
Once another one, there was a woman, I think in China or somewhere, who went to the doctors, complained like something wrong with their ear. They looked in and found there was a whole centipede in there. It was like, Jesus.
Not good.
Just curled up. Yeah.
The bad thing about it though is I have heard reported cases of where they've actually burrowed through to the brain.
Oof.
And that's not a good thing, because it could cause brain damage.
Indeed,
and various different things like that. So obviously that's not what you want.
I would imagine most insects, if they're small enough to get into your ear, I'd imagine the majority of insects probably don't have powerful enough, I don't know what you call them, mandibles to be able to get through your skin.
Yeah,
but I imagine there's probably
the eardrum as well.
That one or two species of insect which might be able to do it. Who knows? But I guess they would be in some parts of the world which are probably very tropical, and which have a lot of very more interesting creepy crawlies. Let's put it that way.
I think we can say this as well. If you want to get a bug out of your ear, use beer.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Hang on a minute. That rhymed. If you want to get bugs out of your ear, just have some beer.
There you go. See?
Yeah.
You're right, Marvin.
No good for me, because I don't drink beer. So That's not going to be.
Apparently, though, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how true this is. People don't try this at home because, for all I know, it might not be good for you. But apparently, it's like a home remedy using sort of alcohol in the ear. I don't know. There's people out there who seem to claim that that's actually good for like sort of. Almost getting rid of sort of ear infections things because it's alcohol and it's like antibacterial. I don't know if that's true though.
No, I don't think I'm going to give that a whirl.
No, don't give it a whirl, ladies and gents. I'm just saying it as a kind of anecdote. Not saying you should try that.
Definitely don't. Do not try this at home. No. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, put that disclaimer on there. Yeah. Okay, so life sucks then, I guess, on this one.
Yeah, definitely on that one. Definitely on that one. I would say that as well. Indeed. Yeah, don't really deserve that. No, that's not on. Yeah. Okay.
Over to me. So, denied. Today, my wife asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I said sex. She told me to grow up and ask for something more realistic. Oh dear. Yes. Dear. I mean, you know, with any relationship, you've got to respect people's boundaries, obviously, and you know, you can't pressure people into doing things they don't want to do.
No, that's true.
But I feel like
who doesn't want a bit of birthday sex?
A bit of birthday sex, yes.
That's right.
Oh, we want to get raunchy on birthdays, don't we, Phil?
Sure.
Yes, indeed. I mean, I feel like we kind of need a bit more context in this one. I mean, how often do you two engage in the physical intercourse?
Engage in sexual coitus.
Yes. I mean, if this is just a one-off thing, then I wouldn't think too much about it. But I don't know, if it's the thing where maybe, I don't know, you two aren't really that physically affectionate and, dare I say, perhaps you maybe need to reflect on why you're together, and you know, if maybe there's a good reason you're together, who knows? Maybe, you know, the romance side of things, the emotional side of things, the connection's there. But
well, if you want something more realistic, why don't you just go, well, why don't you buy me a all new shower unit then? Let's take out the old shower unit in the bathroom and put a new one in. Wow. You sort it out for me, please. You get the plumbers in.
Phil's just got that on his brain because he wants a new shower unit in his bathroom.
I do want a new shower unit, yes. I've had my dad round today and we've just been measuring up the shower unit, so I'm going to start looking around to knock things out and basically get it, because at the moment it's a shower bath unit, and I'm not a bath person. I'm a shower person, so
same here.
Bath, so
indeed.
You have to start. But that's. I think it's a life sucks on that one.
Yeah, life sucks. We'll say tentatively, though it'll be interesting to know a bit more of the context in this one. But over to you then, Phil, for this next one.
Let's go for That Makes Sense by History Has Eyes. Certainly does. Today, I was working in the produce department at my work. A lady came in to return some mangoes. I asked her what the problem with the mangoes was. She said she didn't like the way they were talking to her.
Well, that's a good sign, isn't it, Phil?
That's
red flags triggered. Indeed.
Wait, what mangoes? So she was talking to her boobies, and they didn't like the way they're talking to her. No.
Yes, I mean, you know, I'm sure there's plenty of stories from retail workers out there about odd customers who come in and do weird shit, and you think, okay, I don't want to deal with you because I feel like I could come out of this with an injury or something.
Yeah, but let's be fair. This woman might have a few issues mentally. There might be that you haven't thought about. There's things like this can happen. So we've got to think that. But I tell you what, I do like mangoes, both the boob kind and the actual mango.
Yes,
they are properly tasty fruit.
Proper tasty. Yes, that's probably also why you're thinking a lot about boobs all the time, because you're eating all that mango and it's a natural aphrodisiac. Yes.
Indian they're Indian, aren't they? They're grown in India.
I think so.
Mangoes.
I believe, I think, yeah. But then again, you know, who knows? Maybe the joke's on us. Maybe she actually does have some sentient talking fruit that she's discovered.
Can you imagine that? She brings the mangoes home. She takes them out of the plastic bag and she's like, "Hello there, Jenny."
Jenny the mango.
Who said that? Who said that? No, it's not Jenny.
Oh, Jenny, no, sorry, Jenny's
the woman. Yeah.
Like,
who said that? It's me. It's me, Marvin the mango.
Marvin the mango.
Where did I get Marvin? Oh, Hitchhiker's Guide to Galaxy, I suppose.
Is this a new character we're making up in this video? Marvin the
Slightly Mango. Annoying Orange. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that. Yes.
I wonder, did the Annoying Orange was the one episode where they had the a mango? There must have been, because I think he went through every fruit.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if there was one with a mango in it somewhere.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yes.
But I think
this video if you want us to talk more about Marvin the Mango. Yes.
Marvin the Mango, that's it. Don't forget. I think where did Marvin? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I think that's where it's brought.
Marvin is the robot who has depression in Hitchhiker's Guide. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, it's such a good film that I need to watch that again. It's a shame they never did the restaurant at the end of the universe. That was the sort of sequel.
Yeah. I've never actually read the book either by Douglas Adams.
No, I've
called.
Watched the film.
Yeah, I have seen the film, yeah, but not for a long time myself as well. Okay, so that's. I think there's two things here with this one. It's an agree your life sucks, but I'd say, based on the fact that this could be a woman with mental health issues.
Yeah, agree her life
sucks as well. Yeah.
Divide it between two.
Yeah,
absolutely.
There we go.
Okie dokie.
Oh, to me, a quickie. Today, my 6-minute long shower lasted 3 times as long as the sex prior to it, including foreplay. Right.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, I understand what the chilly ones are. The chilly ones are the sort of
sexual ones.
Yeah.
Sexual.
Yeah. Sexual.
You have to say it like that.
Your 6 minutes. So you're saying to yourself, unfortunately, you're not lasting too. Oh, look at their username as well.
Yeah. Disappointed. So 6-minute long shower, 3 times as long as the sex. So your sex only lasted 2 minutes. Oh, damn. Yes. Yeah, and that includes the foreplay as well, according to that one.
This person's from Austria. Because the past few ones have been from the US.
Yeah.
This guy's from Austria.
Yes. Well, you've got to say that's European efficiency, eh? Get in there and get out again.
Oh dear. Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
I was going to say German efficiency at first, because I was thinking, Austria is sort of a Germanic country, but I don't know. I don't think that joke would really work too well, so I just said European efficiency. I mean, a lot of European states,
Hey, this guy could have given his wife, or I don't know if it's a he or a she, but he has given his wife, or she's given her wife, or he's given his husband, or he's given his wife. We live in the 21st century now. It could have been the best 2 minutes ever. And that could have been what happened here. So maybe you shouldn't be so bad about your 6 minute long shower. Also, 6 minute shower, that's quite short.
It is
I'm
quite short.
Shower for a good amount of time, because you get that nice hot water running over you.
Yeah, I'm usually about like 10 minutes at the very least in mine. Yeah. You just be sort of whipping
I think
around
about
that
showers
sponge.
as well. I think about showers is you shouldn't have a shower every day, because it gets rid of the natural oils and it's not actually good for your skin. You should leave it till once every 2 days. That's what they say.
Yeah, I once sort of looked on Google on that. It really depends on the individual. Like some people.
Well, if you obviously go to the gym and do a lot of exercise and sweating all the time, then probably best to have a shower every day.
Not even necessarily just that. Just like body constitution, like the amount of oils it produces on the skin. Like some people, I think, like you for example. You don't, because I think you don't have any reason to, because but like me for example, I have to have sort of showers. I have to have one shower every day, just because otherwise I find myself sweating like crazy. But the thing is, like,
do you?
Some I don't know. I just I think it's just my body constitution. If I don't, I don't feel very clean. But the thing about like showering is some tips that should be borne in mind. Don't have your water too hot, because that, I think, is one of the big reasons why it might cause problems and get rid of essential oils and cause your skin to dry up and things like that.
Yeah, it can. So don't go into your shower going, ooh.
So that's a little tip for you all out there. And that's the thing as well, don't maybe stay too long in your shower either. Those are general tips. Like I say, it sort of varies person to person. So you're right that, some people can get away without having a shower every single day, but then other people like me kind of have to. So whatever works for you, basically, in essence, I guess is the point that I'm trying to get to with this long-winded ramble. But yes, so
shower tips by Red.
Shower tips by Red, ladies and gentlemen. That could be the title of the video. That or Marvin the Mango. There you go. Callback. There we are. See.
Callback. Oh, we like our callback.
We do.
Yeah, life sucks, I think, on this one.
Yeah, it does kind of suck there. Okay.
On to the next one. Let Me Go by Quit Fucking Already. Today, my request to move apartments was once again denied. My next door neighbour's constant marijuana smoke wafts over every day, and the woman upstairs is pregnant with a 6th child. It's like a herd of elephants living above me. They won't let me out of my lease unless I pay a huge amount.
Yeah, that's.
I can see why your username's Quit Fucking Already with a woman with a 6th child.
Indeed.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, now this is not good. So you haven't got the greatest of neighbours I see around your apartment. You've got one who's smoking marijuana every day, and one who's got like thousands of kids.
Yeah. So, I mean, with this one, like, on the one hand, I agree, your life does suck there, because there's no way I think you could have known when you moved in that one of your neighbours was smoking marijuana, and I doubt you'll have known that the person upstairs is going to have lots of children and is going to be creating a lot of noise. I mean, on the one hand, obviously, I would have thought that if it sounds to me like your contract on your apartment, the lease maybe it should probably, I would imagine, have specified that if you want to move out before your lease is up or whatever, then you will have to pay a huge amount. So on the one hand, I feel you
on
would
the
have known
contract.
that.
So this is why you need to read every single inch and margin of the contract. That's what it's there for.
But still, I think, there's no way you could have known about the marijuana smoke or anything like that. I mean, that just sucks. Because I have a cousin who lives in a flat, and there was recently trouble with one of my cousin's neighbours where apparently someone had been smoking marijuana or something. You could smell it. It was just Jesus.
It's got a a distinct smell. I had a roommate when I was in university did that. Now, they obviously it's illegal here to be smoking that, but I know there's some states of the US where it is actually legal to smoke and smoke it.
Hop on a boat to the Netherlands and go to Amsterdam. Yes.
Go to the coffee shops where you get lots of nice coffee. That's it.
Indeed. So I think it's a light. Your life sucks on this one.
And we're with the vast majority on this, 776.
Yeah,
indeed.
That's right.
Okie dokie.
Pushover. Today, my in-laws invited themselves to stay at my house for a few days. They live out of state and have been self-quarantining for months. The reason for visiting? So they can throw a party for extended family at our house. Guess who'll end up doing all the work and clean up? Wow.
I think you might want to have a talk. It's your house. You should be laying down the rules. And if they want to throw a party, and you can say, well, no. This is my house.
Indeed.
I will choose what's going on here.
Yeah, I think you need to.
If you want to throw a party, if you're up for it, that's fine. But you're going to have to help me with the working and cleaning up after.
Lay down some ground rules here. Don't let them walk all over you, Anonymous.
No. Don't be a pushover, as the title is.
Yeah.
Do not be.
Yes, make clear to them that if they're going to stay at your house and they're going to be throwing a party, then you expect them to do a lot of the work. After all, you didn't ask for this. So if they're going to insist on staying, then be very clear that they have to help you out. Otherwise, you're not going to let them there. Don't be afraid to be a bit forceful.
You have to go. It's your house.
Yeah.
It's your house. I know there's people out there do have a funny relationship with their in-laws.
Yeah.
There's some people that absolutely despise their in-laws.
Indeed.
And there's some people that get on really well with them.
Yeah.
But yes, you need to lay down some ground rules. It's your house. You can't just let people walk all over you at your own house. Because then what they'll do is they'll push to be do it to you more often.
They will. Yeah. You've got to set boundaries and make things clear that you're not necessarily okay with it. Indeed. So
I'd say life sucks on that one.
Absolutely.
But absolutely. Okay, throwing shade. Today, my 12-year-old daughter was suspended from school for doing a book report on 50 Shades of Grey.
Ooh, yeah, that's not good. I feel like we need more context though. Where has she got the book from? Like, did she get it from your house? Have you given it to her? Has she found it on your book table, or did she genuinely find it at school or from a friend or someone like that? So if it's from the latter, if she found it at school or from the well, actually she wouldn't have found it at school.
Well, no, about to say school. Bloody hell, yeah.
So
no, she got it from a friend. Then that's fair enough. But that's your. But if you gave it to her or had it in the house, then I'm afraid to say you deserved it.
Yeah, because that sort of thing. Maybe as a parent, you should be just thinking about how you might keep that out of reach or keep that hidden away where she's not going to find it. I mean, I note, 12 years old, you're on the cusp of that age where you're going to start finding out about stuff.
How the world works.
How the world works, let's put it that way, yes.
And the sequel, of course. Don't forget the sequel, 51 Shades of Grey.
Was another one like 50 Shades More or something? I can't remember.
Yeah, it's Shades More of Grey. I can't remember the exact thing.
The book started out as Twilight fan fiction and then somehow metamorphosed into a thing that became very popular.
Who's the author?
Who is the author? Is it E.L. Is he called E.L. James? I don't know.
Search.
Yeah. You're doing a Google search. Okay, we'll find out in a few seconds then, everyone.
Oh, great. Let's have a look. So the Google search is telling me, no, not the film. It's going straight to the film. God, is the film more popular? Author is E.L. James.
Ah, there you go. Yeah. So I got it right. Yeah, that's the one. Indeed.
Also, while we're on the old Google here, does China still have one-child policy? Here we are. Let's have a look. In October 2015, the Chinese news agency Xinhua, I don't know how to pronounce it, announced plans of the government to abolish the one-child policy, now allowing all families to have 2 children. Okay, so it looks like it was abolished.
So very recently, though, yeah.
Yeah, 2015.
Okay, yeah, so it is gone then.
We answered 2 questions in once. So, for this one, if it was given by you, I'm afraid to say you deserved it. If it was given by a friend or someone that you had no control over, your life sucks,
Yeah, so we need more context on that one, OP. Dear God, why? This was the name of the person.
Yeah, dear God, why? On to the next one, Andrew.
Is it me? Yes. So, A Roller Coaster by Margaret. Today, within the span of one day, the owner of the business I work at said I could write technical and compliance manager on paperwork, where I was the approver for engineered compliance of product regulatory records, but also that I was basically just a secretary. Wow, sounds to me like maybe you should start looking for a new job if your boss is going to treat you like that. But
because if that's your, I assume that's your job title, technical compliance manager, but he's basically saying you're just a secretary.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a douchebag. I mean, actually, not necessarily even look for a new job, maybe, but just, if you haven't already done so, perhaps maybe have a word with HR that, he's perhaps being a bit of a dick towards you.
Yeah, you can't have things like that. You've got to have a good manager to help you out. To be honest, when I saw the title of this, I thought there was going to be some FML with regards to a theme park.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well, but no, it's
no, but I can see why it's called
metaphorical. Yeah,
because I can see because it's a bit of an up and a down.
Indeed, yeah. So I think agree. Life sucks on that one, Phil. To be honest.
Yeah, life sucks. Yeah, you need to don't be abused by a boss. If your boss is, you need to talk to the HR or someone who'll be able to help you.
Yeah. And if that doesn't work, then maybe think about finding somewhere where your boss is not going to be a douchebag.
Yes.
There you go, then, everybody. Okay.
Unprofessional. Okay, well, it's a spicy one. Today, I found out my fiance has been sleeping with his therapist behind my back. If that wasn't bad enough on its own, I talked him into starting therapy 6 months ago to help with his mental health troubles, and have been mostly paying for it.
Oof. Yeah, that's life sucks on that one.
Yeah, I can see a huge majority as well. Oh dear, oh dear. So he's been having a few mental health issues. You told him to go to therapy, and he's now sleeping with that therapist.
And you've been paying
for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm so sorry. That's awful. Yeah.
Indeed. I mean, obviously, it sucks that he has mental health problems, and that does make it seem maybe like you'd be being a bit callous. But I think you got to look out for some of your own interests here a bit. At the end of the day,
you can't someone sleeping, even if they have mental health troubles. You can't have someone sleeping.
No. So his therapist, I mean, here's the thing, the thing about like the relationship between a sort of mental health professional and a mental health patient, that feels like it's strictly confidential, and it feels like that could be sort of, I don't know, problematic in the sense that it would be an abuse of kind of authority or power in the manner of speaking, in the sense that really that's the sort of thing that you should not be doing.
Oh, I see what you mean now.
Yeah, do you see what I mean? Yeah. So
because the therapist might be doing some influencing. Remember, people with mental health troubles don't have the best of mental health.
Indeed.
So that was a bit redundant.
Yeah.
But so
I think, I see what you mean, though.
Using him.
Impaired judgment. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Indeed. So yeah, there you go. So I would recommend that perhaps you need to stop paying for it and maybe tell him,
have a little word.
Even if he has got mental health problems, at the end of the day, you do need to look out for your own interests as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah, your life sucks on that one, I do think.
Absolutely, yeah. Okay.
Okay, is it me speaking next?
It is.
Okay, so we're on a break. Today, my girlfriend of almost 3 years told me we needed a break and that we could try again at the end of the year.
Okay, well, it's not okay. No, right, fair enough. There can be a bit of life sucks because you've been together 3 years. But if things are not quite working, maybe a break might be good here. And then again, let's think about this. September, okay. The end of the year is not far away now. It's only a couple of months away till December. So maybe have a little bit of, because sometimes it's good to have a little bit of space apart to work out if it's truly correct. So you might come to the end of the year and go, actually, we've had a good breather. Let's come back together again.
Indeed, yeah. I feel like that's one of those things where, just based on the information that's provided, it's quite sort of limited. If we had more of an understanding of the context, maybe you could sort of give some slightly more detailed and helpful advice. But you're right absolutely there that sometimes taking a bit of a breather can help. Yeah, it can be very helpful as well. Indeed.
It's not really. I agree. Your life sucks. Well, it sort of sucks because you've been together 3 years. But it's definitely not you deserved it, unless you actually did something that was really bad.
Yes.
But we have got no context for that.
We haven't.
If we had to pick one, probably in the life sucks. Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah. Though with caveats, I would say. Indeed.
With caveats, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. Empathy. Today, I started crying at work because I talked to a patient who lost his wife. They were together for 64 years. I can't even get a guy to look at me for 64 seconds.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa,
okay. Wow. I mean, I guess, at least you've got a heart, I would say. The fact that you can sort of feel empathy for this guy.
Empathy for this guy, that's what we got. That's what makes us strong as human beings. Indeed. That we do have, we're the only species that show empathy. I know there's other animals and species that do that, but it's nice to see there has been someone together for 64 years. That's and the shame they've lost their wife. But like we said this I think in the last FML where someone was struggling. There's someone for everyone.
There is
on this planet. We've got 8 billion people.
Indeed. And sometimes, if you really want to kind of if you want to find a partner, sometimes you have to make the effort. You can't just sort of sit back and let that person come to you. So, sometimes you just need to sort of look at yourself and think, if I really make a good go at it, I know, because this is the thing. There's one thing that kind of Hollywood rom-coms, things like that, if they're guilty of sort of selling, is this idea that you're just perfect the way you are. But sometimes, that's not always true. Sometimes you do need to just look at yourself and think, is there anything maybe that any kind of qualities or characteristics? Yes. Certainly true of myself, probably. But yes.
Whoa, self-deprecation.
Self-deprecation, ladies and gentlemen.
Best type of precation.
Yes. Precation.
That's it, yeah.
There you are, ladies and gents. Okay. So, agree, your life sucks.
Bit of a life sucks,
don't let it kind of get you down too much.
Get you down. You can certainly get back, yeah.
Okay, is it me? Yep. It is, isn't it? Freak out. Today, some jackass spider decided to lay eggs behind my wall. No matter how many I kill, I always wake up to multiple baby spiders on my ceiling.
Oh, they're spreading.
They're spreading. Time to burn the house down.
Time to burn the house down. Yeah. Oh dear. So we've got some raunchy spiders on the go.
Some horny spider.
Yeah, very horny, aren't they?
Yeah. I must say, I personally, I'm not too bad with spiders, to be honest.
No. If I just see them, I'd throw them outside or
scoop them up in a glass or something, just chuck them out the window or whatever. I know, obviously, if you're slightly more of the arachnophobic persuasion.
Yeah, it's one of the most common phobias.
Yeah, indeed.
Arachnophobia.
Absolutely. But I guess, agree. Your life sucks in that regard.
Your life sucks. Yeah, because it could be arachnophobic, don't like it. Yeah.
Indeed.
Okie dokie. Arac go thwack. Today, while at work, I walked headfirst into the edge of a clothing rack. I was looking right at it. People saw.
Oof. So, were you a bit absent-minded here, Mary Ann? Were you a bit absent-minded? Yes. Were you not quite really paying attention to your surroundings?
It seems like it, doesn't it? I love the title, Arac go thwack.
Yes. Yeah. Nice. At least you got mad rhyming skills, though.
Mad rhyming skills. Yeah. Probably not paying quite much attention. But if people saw you, they might have a little chuckle, but they're not going to like it unless they're arseholes. Just be like, hey, look at you, hey, look at you, hey, just bang yourself in a clothing rack. Yeah, just what? And as long as it didn't hurt as well.
It sucks, but if you were looking right at it, then I'm just guessing you must have been a bit absent-minded. So maybe just in future, chalk it up to experience and say that let's actually pay attention to your surroundings.
I think that's why there's some people who've gone for you deserved it.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe it's an interesting thing. I suppose most people have probably done something like this at some point. I know I certainly have. When I'm
walking into things. There was that news.
Toe into
there was that news thing. I don't know if you saw it. There was this. The funny news things was this one guy trying to interview this lawyer guy, and he accidentally did so he was going and banged right into a light post.
I haven't seen that actually. No.
Yeah, it's a funny little video. Yeah. But I think here I would probably say it's a difficult one because you could say you deserved it if you were looking right at it.
Yeah.
You could have avoided it, but it depends if you were in the clouds. Yeah, if your head was in the clouds.
You deserved it, but not in like a mean sense necessarily. No. In just like try not to do that again kind of sense.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, Venmo me. Today, my mother-in-law called to find out how the first week of school went for the kids. She spent most of the call complaining about her husband. I'd like to send her a bill for her trying to use me as a therapist.
Oh dear.
Oh dear me. Yes. It's annoying when... It can be annoying, rather, when sometimes people call you up and, everyone needs to vent from time to time. But, I don't know, is this the first time it's happened, or does she do this regularly? I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, that's a good thing to understand. If it's done regularly, then, we can see maybe it's time to start saying, maybe you should just have a little word going. And I understand you're having a few issues, with your husband, but I don't... I don't really want to be hearing it all the time.
No. Or maybe just say, okay, but you complain about, but what are you doing about it? You need to sort of take action if there's so many problems or whatever.
I think as a joke as well, you should send her an invoice and see what happens.
Yeah.
Send that invoice across.
If she has a good sense of humour, she might find it funny. Alternatively, that could be like a red rag to a bull.
Yeah.
Yes. Who knows? We'll see. Yeah. So I agree. Life sucks.
Myth. Why did you just say a myth there? Red rag to a bull? Remember, bulls are not.
I know, yes. It is. I had a feeling you might sort of say that, but technically it is a myth. Yeah, red rags doesn't actually.
It's all about the movements. That's right. That's right. Life sucks. Yeah,
absolutely.
I think we'll have a life sucks. Yeah. Okay, more faces than Khloe Kardashian. Okay. Today, Mum told me she scheduled me for a cleaning with my hometown dentist. When I reminded her that according to my university's COVID guidelines, students shouldn't leave the county unless there's an emergency, she threw a hissy fit and told me I'm being combative and looking for an excuse to fight.
Oof, jeez, wow. Sounds like maybe your mother, I don't know, is your relationship with your mother not the best at the moment? Because that just feels really kind of like it escalated very quickly.
Yeah. Your university has put out these guidelines, which is very good. That's what they're doing, and it's not really. A clean is not really an emergency. The only emergencies you'd have with a dentist is if you'd start, getting wisdom teeth coming through and causing severe pain or gum disease or something like that. Then yes, that's a dental emergency,
Indeed.
And you will need to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good to be listening to the guidelines. Obviously, the crisis that we're in, but. We had one last time we were on this where a mum was a bit having a go. Yeah, you've got to have a look at your relationship and just say, Mum, seriously, the university has said we can't go unless it's an absolute emergency.
I mean, if there's university guidelines, they'll have them written down. You can probably just send her a fucking link to it or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then she has no leg to stand on.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, on the face of it, I'd say your life sucks on this one.
Yeah,
definitely.
Definitely on that one. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Okay.
On to the next one. Then. The best of times, the worst of times. It's like a Dickens. That is.
Hello, Charles Dickens.
It's just like a novel. He starts off with that line or something. I can't remember which one it is though.
Look at the username, but the username is Shakespeare. S. To teach or not to teach. Yeah.
Yes, that's a good one. Actually.
We're getting all the authors.
Yeah. Today I'm a teacher in the middle of a pandemic. Half my students haven't shown up to my class. The other half don't do any assignments. I keep my job based on how well my students do.
Ooh, now this is interesting in regards to you because you're sort of a teacher with sending out assignments and things like that. Yeah, what happens if this would happen with you? What would be your process?
It wouldn't be a problem, for me, because my students are sort of compelled to actually
they're not forced to school.
Yeah. So, I'm guessing what institution does this person work for? Because that makes them sort of that has it maybe in the contract where it's based more on performance rather than necessarily just contracted times to work or anything like that. It sounds a bit of a strange one, that does, but that kind of sucks for you there. So. At the end of the day,
schools and things are starting to all come back now.
Yeah, they
are.
It
might be difficult. The first half of that, they haven't shown up to my class. Yeah, that might be a little bit difficult because people might be a bit worried.
Yeah.
But you can still do assignments from home or even using the virtual remote video calling and things like that.
You can.
So that one should need to be resolved. But the first half, there might be a bit of people scared.
I would say to this person, if you haven't done so already, maybe talk to your supervisor or whoever's above you and just say, look, I've got this problem here. My students either aren't showing up or they're not doing the assignments, and I'm just worried about what this means for me. I can't seem to get them. Is there anything maybe that can be done to try and just get them to actually do what they're supposed to be doing? If you kind of take that up a bit maybe and show that you've actually tried to do something about it, it might just give you kind of shore up your position a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the advice potentially I'd give. Yeah.
The Phil and Red advice section. This is what FML is all about. It's just giving us the great advice.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. So your life sucks on that one, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Go anyway, see the sights. Today, I could finally get a plane ticket to go see the girl I've been talking to for the past 5 months. Just as I told her the exciting news, she told me that she was no longer interested in me. Guess that's $800 down the toilet.
Ooh, okay, yeah. I mean,
dear, that's. Oh, I think that's definitely Your Life Sucks. That is.
That's Your Life Sucks, but at the same time, I feel like maybe. Because the thing is, like, it says the girl I've been talking to, so I'm guessing you have this would have been the first time maybe you met her.
Yeah,
so
this is the problem with long distance relationships.
Yeah, I feel like maybe if you wanted to see her, this is something perhaps you should have discussed with her beforehand, before you started thinking about perhaps booking the plane ticket, so that way you know that it's definitely going to be serious, it's definitely going to potentially go ahead.
Yeah,
just
and
to try and head that off.
Because of the pandemic as well. Obviously, it's been difficult to get anywhere. So,
I'd say life does suck for you there a little bit, though. I'd say in future you might have learned something from that. Next time you're talking to a girl and you want to, maybe arrange to actually meet her, check that, she's interested in you and that she'd be interested in meeting before you start, making any sort of travel arrangements or anything like that. Indeed.
Yeah. Maybe there's some way you can get some of the money back. I mean, because
who knows? Maybe you can get sort of at least a partial refund. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it me then to read the next one? I think it is. Yeah. Running late today. My in-laws. It's always the in-laws, isn't it?
I know, we've got some in-laws this time, haven't we?
Yeah, missed a special event for my newborn child because they were running an hour late. They always run late and always think it's funny. After 15 years, it's just not funny anymore.
They always think it's funny? What do they mean? What do you mean they always think it's funny? That's not good.
You need to... This is another case of you need to sit down with them and just have a chat and say, look, the joke stopped being funny a long time ago. Can you just please turn up on time?
It's probably something like where they turn up late and they go, oh, we're late again.
Yes.
Oh dear, look at us. Oh dear, and you're just going.
Yeah, the rest of the family's face palming.
Yeah,
it's just like, for fuck's sake. Yeah, that's a Your Life Sucks on that one, definitely.
And you should go to them going, so. You should go to them, sit them down, and go. So, did you manage to get a job? And they go, yeah. What are you talking about? But you're always running late. So, how did you manage to get an interview?
That's a good one. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, indeed.
That's what you should do. Yeah, it's a Life Sucks on that one, unfortunately.
Absolutely.
Have that. Okay, light bulb moment. Today, my lamp wouldn't turn on. I spent a good 10 minutes looking for a replacement bulb before I thought to check if it was plugged in. It wasn't.
Sorry to say, but that is a bit of a you deserved it, that one.
Yeah, I'm going to have to say that one.
Indeed.
So you're going around, these hardware stores and everything, looking for a replacement bulb, and then you probably came back with your replacement bulb going, finally. Oh,
it was actually the simplest explanation. Yeah. Sometimes you just need that reality check to make sure everyone's sort of, that you're actually thinking sort of straight. And,
just go around your house and see if you can put it somewhere. Or if not, because I know that some light require different types of bulbs.
Yeah.
So it might not fit. But
if it doesn't fit anything else, you can just put it in your cupboard. It's a spare bulb. It's there.
Yeah, got a spare bulb.
Point you might well need it. So
yeah, light bulbs don't last forever.
Not too much of a problem, though. Yeah.
The username. All right, I'm going to do this because it's time to do this worm style.
Oh,
right. So the username is by Stupid.
There you go.
That's it. There
That's
go.
The worm's voice. There you go.
Righty ho. Next one, Andrew.
Okay. Late bloomer. Today, I'm at the age where I should be married or in a committed relationship and having kids. Instead, I'm still single. I haven't had a first date or a first kiss. If any of that changes, look and time aren't going to be on my side because biologically, I won't be able to have kids. Fuck my life. Yeah, I know. I'm guessing you're perhaps maybe approaching middle age or something. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I know that at a certain point where it becomes difficult.
Yeah,
but there have been elderly people who have managed to have kids.
Yeah, there have been people.
It is a thing.
It's not impossible. It can be done. At the end of the day, adopting is always an option as well, potentially. Just saying as
well. Isaac Newton, one of the greatest scientific minds ever, actually died a virgin.
Oh, there you go.
So,
yeah, I think a lot of people in the world sort of get very hung up on relationships. I think partly maybe it's just societal pressures or something, cultural
it's nice
pressure.
to have a relationship. It's good to have that with the person you can share.
Indeed.
Which is something I really need to do. start.
I sometimes think about getting myself on the dating circuit a bit, but I don't know. Sometimes I just look at what I have around me, and I think, sometimes I like just having my own personal space a bit, and then I end up not doing it because I can't be asked. But yeah.
What if your parents want grandchildren?
Well, even if they do, then they're not going to dictate my life. They wouldn't do that. They're not those kind of people. So yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, what I'd say to this person is, don't get too hung up on it if you can. Just if it's going to happen, it'll happen. At the end of the day, there are people who, even way into their the later stages of their life, they still sometimes find and develop very good relationships. So don't be too down about it at this time.
I will say as well, bit of negative about Isaac Newton. The reason he did die a virgin was. He wasn't in some respects he wasn't the nicest of people.
Yeah.
There were moments where he had a go, and I think he was quite sexist as well.
Yeah.
But you always have these great people who have a bit of a negative aspect.
People are nuanced. They have their flaws and all also their greater aspects. Indeed, that's just true.
Okie dokie.
Human. Okay, on to the next one. Is it you?
Yes,
isn't it?
It is me, Loki. Today my husband threw a fit because I dyed my hair bright magenta. Funny, I actually dyed it 3 days ago. He literally just noticed. Shows how much attention he pays me.
Jeez, wow. That
How
guy
do you only
is.
notice it?
Yeah.
3 days. 3 days later.
Man, I mean, good lord. So
if it's bright magenta as well, that's quite a vibrant colour.
Yeah, that is. And throwing a fit as well. I'm guessing you basically mean he got quite angry, which in case seems like a bit of an overreaction, but weird. I mean, I guess maybe you have some things that you need to talk through in your relationship, perhaps. God,
you can just imagine how funny that would be. Like, she dyed her hair, and her husband's like, "You're right, love, you're right, yeah." And then 3 days later, what the fuck have you been doing, dyeing your hair bright magenta like that?
I mean,
how did you just notice this now? I did this 3 days ago.
Yeah, it's just, I think. Yeah, you need to talk about this.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's your life sucks, definitely.
Yeah, that's your life sucks, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anxiety. Today, I realised exactly how bad my social anxiety has gotten when I had a panic attack watching someone ask someone else out on a fictional show.
Oh
that
dear.
Sounds like you maybe need to seek some professional
bit of medical help.
Yeah, because
I agree. I do have a bit of social anxiety. I like sometimes when I go out into crowds, I have to do something. I can get a bit of. And I'm not very good with things like that. I mean, I once had a cousin who was showing everyone her baby, which was nice, and then she just shoved it into my arms, and I was like, what do I do?
Yeah, I think I think everyone kind of gets a bit of anxiety from time to time. I think that's kind of normal. It's normal for you to kind of feel nervous to an extent in any kind of social situation. I think there's though a clear sort of division between just regular anxiety and then there's like proper sort of social anxiety where you just lock up and it's like you just
this
don't
seems
know
to be
what
with
to
someone
do
on
at
a
all.
fictional show.
I know that's pretty serious. So I would advise, if you haven't already done so, that you maybe try and seek some kind of counselling or help for that, because there are ways to overcome that. You don't need to sort of live with it.
There's always ways. There's always ways to do things like that.
Yeah.
I remember when I was younger, the worst thing I used to hate was when you're in school and they said to you, "Oh, we've run out of like markers, or we've run out of things, we've run out of pens. Can you go next door and get one?"
Oh God, yeah.
And when you walked in the room, everyone stared at you as though you're an alien from another planet.
I know.
And you're like, "Hi, I'm
horrible
just to get
kid,
some markers."
Yeah. That, or the one sometimes which was always horrible when you're a little kid is when you get asked to stand in front of the class and do something.
Oh, show and tell. Like show and tell. Oh my God. For those who don't know, because I think it's a very British thing, show and tell was basically where you'd get an item or something from home, bring it into school, basically talk about it.
Yeah. Well, not just as a show and tell, but also, like, for example, where you might have to like stand in front of the class and they'd ask you to like
do a presentation,
presentations or like mathematical sums, stuff like that. It does. Yeah. I think
I brought in a Game Boy once for show and tell.
Yeah.
I showed the Game Boy. Yeah. That was cool.
I think that sort of show and tell where they let you sort of bring in an item that you want to, that tends to be better, because I think obviously that way you give the kid the freedom to be able to talk about something that they are invested in, and so perhaps that helps to boost the confidence a bit. But yeah, it can be sometimes quite really putting kids on the spot.
It kind of hated that, yeah. So life sucks on this one.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that.
Okay, the future. Today, I have to take care of my abusive grandpa. He's smearing poop all over the wall and peeing on the bed again. It's still morning, and I'm bracing myself for doing this 5 times a day.
Oof. Oh god, yeah, that sounds pretty bad. That does. So,
is your grandpa suffering from a few illnesses, maybe?
Possibly.
A few mental illnesses? If he's smearing poop all over the wall and pissing.
That sounds. I don't know. Is he doing that?
Losing control of his body a bit.
Yeah. Or is he sort of doing that as a
result? Oh, if he's doing it consciously, then that's definitely sucks. That's not good at all.
Indeed.
But if he's losing control of his body, then he needs to go and see a doctor.
Yeah. I was just thinking, if you're having to take care of him, could you not maybe get some assistance with that? It's definitely worth looking into that. Can you get care or something?
The fact it's saying abusive is telling me that it's actually doing it intentionally.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. If that's the case, then maybe you need to potentially, if he's getting really bad, can you maybe go to the authorities? I mean,
or can you have a word with if this is your grandpa? Where's his daughter, your mum and dad?
Yeah, where are
they help with
the other relatives? Yeah. So I think it's your life sucks on that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So all we can really say is there's got to be surely some sort of approach you can take to perhaps resolving the situation. So just try different measures, whether that's talking to talking to the wider family, or hell, even just looking into potential professional care or something.
Yeah, definitely that needs to be sorted out, I think.
Indeed.
Okay.
Is it me next?
It is.
Yeah. Send virtual hugs. Today, I'm jealous of people who get to hug. My mum has banned hugs in the house because of COVID-19, and the only person I've hugged in the last 6 months is my boyfriend. He's been away for work for the past month and a half. Ooh, yeah. Bit sucky. Oof, man. I guess
if you like hugs, it's probably difficult at this bit. Although, I mean, it's starting to lift a bit. Although it is quite bad in the US and South America still.
Yeah. I'm just wondering as well, how old is the person who sent this? Because at first, when it said the mum has banned hugs in the house, I thought, okay, is this person perhaps still living with their parents, therefore perhaps a younger person? But then it said the boyfriend away for work, so that doesn't sound like someone who'd be at most sort of high school, college age. That maybe potentially sounds like young adult, maybe early 20. I don't know. I'm speculating a bit.
It could still be in college, and someone else could be in college and they could be at work.
Yeah,
so
true.
That can happen. You can still be in college because. I'm not sure. I assume this is in the US. I'm not quite sure how the American education system works, but I know you go to college and then because they don't really have universities. College is sort of university.
Yeah.
Over there,
well, they have universities. I think they just use college as the term for universities, but I think college can also mean other stuff as well, like community colleges and things like that. As far as I'm aware. Yeah.
Bit of a shame, but I'm sure when your boyfriend comes back, you get a nice big hug together.
Yeah.
When they come, and just say.
But it might be one of those things you have to tough out a little bit.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Indeed. Okay.
Okie dokie. Bye then. Is the next one. Today, my girlfriend, after 9 months of coffee shop dates and sharing coffee shop dates, you've been smoking the marijuana, have you here? Yeah. After 9 months of coffee shop dates and sharing bottles of wine, relaxing, expressing our love for each other, decided it was time to end our relationship by telling me that she actually wasn't happy and had her and all of her friends and family block me on every social media.
Wow, that seems a bit friggin'
wow, that seems a bit drastic, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I don't, I hate to sort of speculate a little bit, but I don't know, blocking you, having everybody in her circle kind of block you, and then just suddenly, did you just spring that on you all of a sudden with no signs of that? Because if there were, then I don't know, maybe there's something going on her end. I don't know. I've heard of things like if you're in a relationship and suddenly someone gets very uppity with you and just ends the relationship very suddenly and it comes out of nowhere, sometimes you do find that there's usually something they're up to, which they're maybe looking for an excuse. And I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to go too much into that because at the end of the day, I'm just speculating. But I don't have any obviously information or anything in that regard other than what we see in that FML there. But I'd say that's
some people might. I mean, not very nice, but there could be. She might have found out something about this guy that maybe or girl
could be the other way around.
Yeah.
Maybe more context is needed here.
Yeah, but it must be something quite serious to just actually end everything and be like block everything.
Yeah, absolutely. So
very serious. Yeah,
I'll say your life
bit
sucks
of a life
for the
sucks
time,
based on what we can see.
Based on what we see, yeah. But who knows? If we had more information, maybe things would be a little different. I don't know. Okay, on to the next one. So,
yep.
Understanding. Today was my dad's 60th. I was planning on calling him early, but due to a client, I'm a social worker, ending up in hospital because her husband beat her up, I couldn't call him until 2:30. My mum phoned me in tears, yelling that I was a bad daughter and obviously didn't care about my dad. Okay, yes. Wow. That's I mean, something that she couldn't really control there, but there's no reason for the parents to try and guilt trip them over that. That's just a bit...
tears, but phoning you in tears after... Well, hopefully she calmed down when she told her, look, Mum, I would have come, but I'm just trying to... We've had an issue with a husband beating up a wife here, so I had no choice.
Yeah, I would have thought that your parents would know what your job is and that they would understand that there will be times. But having said that, I know that there are some people out there, and I'd say it tends to be sort of older people who have this kind of mindset of, I don't know, I think they don't really sort of appreciate that other people have lives. And it's like when something happens on there, and it's like, oh my god, I need help immediately, and everyone needs to drop what they're doing and come straight for me.
It's like, there aren't.
Okay, look, we can't do that. Okay,
can't do that. I've got to do my job.
I know. My grandmother on my dad's side of the family can be a bit like that sometimes. I think she, it's like something goes wrong in her house, and she sort of rings up my dad in a bit of a flap. She's like, oh no, I need help. He's like, okay, just calm down and I'll come around as soon as I can, but right now I can't. It's not an emergency. Stop fretting too much about it.
They just get unfortunately when you get to that sort of age, they do get a bit overly worried.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. But yelling that you're a bad daughter and stuff like that is just that's just guilt tripping, that isn't. I think you need to stand up for
a life
yourself.
Sucks.
Definitely.
Have a little word.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the final one for you then,
yes,
Phil.
The final one. Which is packaging. Today, I was cleaning up after my mum visited with her dogs. She'd left a little pill jar on the kitchen counter. Had she forgotten her medicine? It made a weird soft sound when I shaked it. I opened the lid to shake some pills into my hand. Only it wasn't pills, it was 2 fat ticks.
Oh, that's not very nice.
Oh dear.
Yes. God, that's a... Ugh. God, that's a your life sucks on that one.
So you've got the ticks obviously that come off the dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's not...
Dear, yes.
If I had that, I'd be like, all right, we've got some talking to do, Mum.
Yep. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I think there's enough said about that one.
Absolutely,
so you have our sympathies then, Anonymous. That's not very nice at all.
You're good at hacking, but unfortunately, it's not going well.
Yes.
And this person's from Germany.
Is it Germany?
Yes. 2 fat ticks there, having a little bounce around in the old medicine pill jar. That's a big... I think with the majority of these, we've definitely gone with Your Life Sucks. There's been a few sporadic ones where you deserved it.
Yeah, I think most of the time it's usually, you look at them, most of the things you get posted on here usually are Your Life Sucks, but every so often you do get the one you look at and think, no, you deserve that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, you can do that. So I'm sorry to hear about that. You better go and have a little word with your mum. There's a lot of people having issues with their mums and from what I can see,
things like that
this time.
Indeed. Well, that was a good little episode, so a good little second episode of FML with the two of us. It's been very good, hasn't it, Phil?
We've dished out some advice. We've helped people out, hopefully. These people probably don't watch us, but there you go. We've given you advice.
Yes.
Who knows? Maybe some of the viewers know some of these guys or could pass on our advice to them.
Yeah. Or maybe, our viewers might be in sort of positions themselves where they have issues, and maybe we've given some clarity on the situation for you.
That should do a new section called Agony Ants with Red.
Agony Red. Agonising Red.
Making
That's
art,
a very different kind of thing.
It's very interesting. It is a little bit of fun, this.
Yeah.
Just going through these various life stories. And it's as we can see, it's updating all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed that then, everybody. So we'll start wrapping up here, I do think. Facebook and Twitter links down below, as usual, along with a link to my propagandist channel. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. F in the comments, of course, for Marvin the Mango. And,
Marvin the Mango, yeah.
The new character, the new mascot of the General Red Strategist channel, I'm guessing. So, other than that, this is the two of us signing off. Goodbye then, everybody.
And now I press the next button, and it's loading. Oh, look, and there's a load of others. Oh, and fuck my overweight life. Oh, dear. Well, maybe you'll see that next time. Goodbye.
No, I don't think so. Oh, no. So, no. Oh, no. I'm doing Secret Ninja Arts, apparently.
Oh, we can do that.
We can do this. Oh, what the? Oh. Okay.
Which one is this? 1 or 2? 1.
This is 1. Jesus. This character is freaking OP.
Look at that.
I like it.
Oh, so you've got the skills.
So you can do the Secret Ninja Arts when you're in this mode.
Right, do Secret Ninja Arts.
I think it's the transformation you can't do. Okay.
Oh, I don't mind.
Oops, I've just done it again. Oops.
Pull like your squid.
That's it. There's always a squid in Kente.
Looks even sexy when she's in a bikini.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're dressed for a marine animal, I guess. Owned, you bitches.
Right, I'll have to see what 2 gives us.
Another thing on. Let's just see if I can actually do the transformation. So maybe I've been doing it wrong.